Hello students. In today's lesson video we have the second part of the open response for the final exam review. So we'll see how long this will take, and hopefully it's one video. So read each question carefully. You have to show all your work and you circle your answer. Open response, all the work has to be shown in order to receive full credit. So number 11. Alright, so reading for the gist. How many sandwiches can she buy and explain why? Alright, so we want to figure out how many sandwiches she can buy. So going back, she has $60 she can spend. So I'm just going to write that down, $60. That's the most she can spend. Okay, she already bought chips for $6 and will buy sandwiches at $4.50 each. So this is one where we just kind of work our way backwards. So I'm going to take the $6 off. So $54 is what she has left after she bought the chips. So then we have to divide that by the $4.50. Okay, and with a calculator it shouldn't be overly complicated. It comes out to be 12 sandwiches. So she can buy 12 sandwiches. All right, so the reason would be is that 12 sandwiches times $4.50 would end up being $54 plus the $6. Right? Actually, explaining why doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in that problem. Just something I had left in there. All right, number 12, max basic wage. All right, write and solve. Here's a very similar type problem, but for this one it says write and solve an equation. That S is obviously a typo. How many hours would Max have to work in order to earn $71.50 in 1 week? All right, so here's how this works. He gets $40 a week. So let's start with that, $40. He's paid another $6.25 for each hour he works. So we're going to let, I guess I'll use X equal hours. Whenever we use algebra, we have to identify a variable and then let everyone know what the variable represents. Okay, plus $6.25 X, $6.25 for each hour, equals $71.25. So there would be the equation. Now to solve it, you would do the same thing you really did in number 11. So we're going to subtract the 40 from both sides. Okay, so $6.25 would equal $31.25. Okay, and then divide both sides by 6.25, and you'll get a calculator. And you'll get X equals 5 hours. You can work 5 hours. Right, I'm just going to hit the focus button here. 13. What's the circumference of a circle with a radius of 8 inches? So the formula for circumference is C equals pi d. It will be provided for you. Okay, but if you know the radius is 8, that means the diameter is 16. So then we plug 16 in here. So you get 16 times pi. And you just put that on the calculator, rounded to the nearest tenth. So we use 16 pi. You don't have to put the multiplication symbol in when you're doing this. So you get 50.26, which rounds to 50.3 inches. And circumference is one-dimensional. It's just a length. So it would just be inches without an exponent. All right, number 14. How far is Jack going to dive today? Well, he goes 5 times deeper. So this is really just negative 13.74 times 5. All right. We know the answer is negative. A negative times a positive is a negative, so now all I have to worry about is multiplication. So it's really easy with a calculator. 13.74 times 5, and I get 68.7 feet. I believe, yep. All right, 15, what is the sum? Sum just basically means combine. Watch for signs. Negative 5 combined with a positive 7. I borrow $5, but I pay you back 7. I'm up 2, so it's positive 2. 10 minus 7 is just 3. Right, you don't have to put the plus sign in front of the 2 there. Alright. How much did Mary pay? Tax is 8%. 4 pairs of shoes at $27 each. So the first thing, or one thing you could do, there's a couple different ways you could do this, but here's how I did it. 4 times 27 is $108. So she spent $108, and now the tax is 8%, so I take 8%, because this is generally how tax is done. Tax is usually calculated after you figure out how much the total bill is. X over 108. Hey, if you don't remember, it's been a long time, you cross multiply, divide. You get $8.64, saving you some math here. So just a touch. And then don't forget this has to get added in, because taxes get added, so we get $116.64. Moving right along here. 17. A little more reading in this one, so I'm going to model reading for the gist by reading the last sentence. How many times would he expect to draw a white marble if he conducts an experiment for 3,000 draws? So let's go back up here. It says James is conducting an experiment. Draws a marble. He conducts 60 trials in the experiment. The results are as follows. So, how many times do you expect to draw a white marble? Well, how many times did he draw it in his trial? So he drew a white marble 24 out of the 60 times he drew. Well, we just set a proportion up. And if this gets extended to 3,000, how many times? So a couple different ways you could do this. Cross multiply and divide, just like we did with percents. 24 times 3,000 divided by 60 is 1,200. You would expect about 1,200 times it to happen. And the other way is you figure out, oh, I just multiply this by 50. 60 times 50 is 3,000. Right. 18. This one you're going to have to be careful with if you don't draw a picture. So what was the change in his balance? So I like a visual for this. Okay, 0, right? He starts at negative $32.51. That means he's in the hole, $32.51. Right? Today's balance was $115.82. With a visual, it's pretty clear what happens. The balance has to go up $32.51 just to get to 0, and then another $115.82, which means you're really adding these two numbers together. So when you add them together, $115.82, and it's a positive answer because it went up. The balance went up. If the balance went down, then you would say it was negative, but it went up. So 32.51. So we get 3 carry 1, 8 for $148.33. Okay, obviously a calculator makes that problem pretty easy too.